Hi everyone. What I want to do is just touch base really quick about Unit 10 and exactly who should be really looking at Unit 10 and working on it, and also um, making sure that seniors definitely are not trying to attempt Unit 10. So basically, last semester, this would have been a required assignment, but because seniors are graduating and their last day is on the 15th, I needed to cut the class down a little bit. And so that ended up making the last 2 weeks, which would have been Unit 10, kind of an optional thing for underclassmen. First and foremost, seniors, you are absolutely not permitted to do this. I will tell you if you submit anything for Unit 10, I'm not even looking at it, I'm not grading it. So it's very important that you don't waste your time doing it. Okay, so because I won't even look at it. So that's pretty important. Underclassmen, so that's my 10th and 11th graders, my sophomores and juniors. Um, what I want to emphasize to you is that you have several assignments still open in the class. Those should be your first priority when looking at work that needs to be made up. So I'm going to pause for just a second. So as we're looking at the journalism pacing guide, what I want you to understand is if you're failing the course right now, if you're failing journalism and you're like, I really need more points, I want you to focus on anything that's in green. Okay, so all of the quizzes have been reopened for 2 attempts, which means if you don't do great on the first attempt, you have a second attempt that you can try and earn a higher score. All right. So your objective is to complete all of these things, right? The things that are in green. By the time that you are done with all of those things, you should definitely have a passing grade. Okay, so that's going to be kind of up to you as, if you want to work these next 2 weeks and make sure that they're complete. If you're going to wait till the last minute, it's not a great idea, but again, that's your choice. Okay, so the thing I want to emphasize about this Unit 10, in your grade book, you are going to see that you are exempt. Many of you are exempt from this Unit 10 assignment. What that means is a few weeks ago, I looked at everyone's grades. And if you were failing journalism at that time, I exempted you. And I exempted all seniors, right? Because seniors are obviously not here to take it or to complete this unit. But if you're an underclassman, a junior or a sophomore, and you were failing at that time, I exempted you. Truly, the only students that should be really focusing on this assignment, this Unit 10 assignment, are students who are currently passing the course and who want an extra challenge to finish out their school year. That's why it's open. It's open for students who want to continue to work and making that like extra last jump on journalism and kind of going the little extra mile. I will tell you, if you are an underclassman and you choose to do this assignment, I will grade it, I will accept it. However, what I want you to understand is that this assignment is going to be graded just as any of the other articles that you've written for the class. This is the most difficult article you will be writing. So if you haven't written the 4.05 article that was assigned. If you haven't written the 6.07 assignment article that was assigned, if you haven't written the 7.02, and you haven't done any of the articles that were written, I can tell you that this assignment is going to be extremely difficult for you to do properly and to make sure that it's done correct. Um, I am going to grade it just as though students would be handing it in for a grade. So you have to make sure to look at the instructional video. You have to make sure that you're following exactly what the guidelines are for it. Yes, it will be extra credit for you, so it may help bump up your grades, But if you submit something that is not writing to the prompt and it's completely off base, you will receive 0 points for it. So that needs to be made very clear to you, okay? So with that, what I would like for you to do is before you even begin to look at doing Unit 10, I want you to look at your grade book. If you are exempt, that means that you really need to think about going back and making sure all of these are done first before you attempt this Unit 10. I will tell you the Unit 10 is not easy. It's very difficult. For those of you who are not exempt from this, so you have an open spot in your grade book, this is a challenge for you, for those of you who want to accept it. Obviously, it's going to bump your grade up a little bit higher, but it also is something that's kind of like the culminating project for the end of the class that's going to really push it kind of over the edge for you to let me know that you really, really embrace the class and that you just wanted to go that extra step. So it's totally up to you. Like I said, it is extra credit. Many of you are done. I know I've received emails and you finished out on this 9.03 and you're like, I'm good. I have the grade that I want in the class and I'm going to just take those other 2 weeks and work on assignments from other classes. And that's absolutely fine. You are allowed to do that. Okay. So I just wanted to send a video to make sure that we're very clear on the expectation and what's happening. Seniors, again, you are not permitted to do this assignment. If you submit anything, it will not be graded. Underclassmen, your focus should be on assignments that are not complete first, and then this should be your last resort in finishing out the school year. So have a fantastic last 2 weeks, and if you have questions, please let me know.